A strong appeal from Industry Minister Donville Innes to Barbadians, referring to people in the services sector in particular. He says they must separate service from servitude. According to him, if they are unable to do so, Barbados will find it very difficult to get out of this recessionary period. His comment came as the Barbados Coalition of Service Industries revealed the findings of a study done by Kaizen Business Development Incorporated on the professional services sector in Barbados.
Too often in both the public and private sector, Barbadians and visitors alike are forced to settle for mediocrity when it comes to service levels. There is no urgency. Sometimes there's not even a simple thank you. There's sometimes great delays in responding to requests and following up. If there's one thing that there's urgency on, it is sending out a bill or charging money. But when it comes to getting good service, there seems to be a great shortage.
And according to the study, what Barbados needs now is more people and more technical and specialized skills at the tertiary level. BCSI Executive Director Lisa Cummins says the country has fallen short in this regard.
There are a number of areas that we have produced a lot of generalists. We have a surplus of doctors, we have a surplus of lawyers, but what specifically do we need now is specialization. What are the areas for our own growth trajectory as a country where we need to identify some needs for specialization? And this study helps us to identify those core areas.
The recently completed Bank on Me reality television series is evidence that investors are still prepared to put their funds behind entrepreneurs who have sound business plans. This is the view of Alison Saunders, the executive producer and director with Blue Waters Production, the company behind the Bank on Me series, which aired on TV8.
And I think it's important. I commend entities for sharing, because it's important for people to see that, contrary to popular belief, there are persons within this country prepared to support entrepreneurs with hard money. So that's very important to be demonstrated.
Well, the winner, Christina Adams of Aquaculture, received her check of $15,000 from sponsors Scotiabank. The other prizes will include $80,000 in investment funding from Williams Industries. She said she has benefited significantly from the series, both personally and in her approach to business.
In terms of my business, everything has taken off since the show. Even before I had any idea I was in the final, I knew that it was going to change my business. In terms of getting interest from investors, being able to go forward with my expansion. So basically, I think the day after the show was filmed, I was ready to go. I had my investors on board, I had my expansion started. I actually came from out in the farm this morning, where I'm actually leveling a site. So everything is going along quite fast and quite well, and it was beyond anything I ever expected with this show.
And this is how the stocks traded on the regional exchanges today.